And welcome to this episode of Dr. Drew After Dark. It is sponsored today by Stamps.com and Hims, but I will tell you more about that later. Let's get on with the show. Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dr. Drew After Dark. We love all the support you've been sending us. Thank you for the voice messages. That number again is 818-253-1693. Thank you for the emails at Dr. Drew, Drew After Dark, drafterdark@gmail.com. And thank you for just being a part of this, being so supportive and making me feel welcome into the YMH family. And it has been a real privilege and a lot of fun to do this show. So we appreciate you being a part of it. And it's going to feel like I'm resurrecting Loveline a little bit, but this is a far more disgusting version of it, I guess. Thank you to the guys in the back for presenting all these lovely videos to us. And today will be no exception.
Yeah, we got some good ones for you today.
Welcome to the show, Justin Martindale. Justin, welcome.
Yes, very good to be here.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you as well.
So Justin and I have been swimming in the same waters for a few years. We have all the same friends and stuff.
I know.
And then we finally met each other at Jim Jeffries' coming out party, essentially.
Yeah, his coming out as American party, yeah.
He got his citizenship that
Finally.
day. Finally. And he's another one we got to get up here on the show. So muscle him if you would.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, I think I saw you at his podcast, too. That's where I last saw you. That's where it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a good buddy of mine. He's taking me on the road with him, so we're having a good time.
Do you do stand-up with him? You do
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And then we're doing actually a show together on Tuesday at the Roxy. We're doing the comedy jam where we have to do stand-up and then sing with a live band.
What?
So what could go wrong?
This is great.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm having a good time with him.
Oh, my goodness.
He's like a brother to me now. It's crazy.
So, we've warned you that this show, in addition to the disgusting videos and
Yes.
the questions and stuff, we have to hear about you. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in San Antonio, Texas.
And is Club Cumming somewhere in San Antonio?
No,
or?
this is actually, I felt it was appropriate because it just sounds gross.
It does sound gross.
But it's Alan Cumming's bar. It's my favorite bar in New York City.
It's called Club Cumming?
Club Cumming, yeah.
Where is it? I must
It's
know.
like in the Village, I think.
What? Shocking.
It's like a nice,
No.
it's a nice little gritty cabaret bar. It's got like a piano. You'll see some.
Well, my wife frequents all the karaoke bars in the Village. There's a Monster.
Yes.
And what's the famous one where the famous standoff was?
Stonewall.
Stonewall.
Yeah.
Stonewall, of course.
Yeah, duh.
And they've got that upstairs karaoke thing.
Yes.
So we've been to most
it's
of
small.
them.
It's really tiny
Upstairs
up there.
it
Yes.
is. Yeah. But we'll go. We'll go to
Yeah,
Cummings
that's it right
also.
there. Yeah, it's pretty badass. You'll be there, and then all of a sudden, this guy will be dressed up as Jesus and just start stripping on a pole, and you're like, "This is where I feel at home."
We have to go.
It's pretty badass. I love it. That's probably me right there.
Oh.
No, it's not at all.
Jesus.
But I had to get the merch.
Is it fair to call it a gay bar? Is that what they?
It's a
Karaoke bar? Because
it's
the bars in the Village, there's nothing better in New York City, humbly, than those bars.
Oh, it's just like it's like a divey cabaret bar.
But it's so comfortable in those bars.
Yeah.
That's what we like going, because you can sing, you can not sing, you can do whatever. It's just a really
It's not
nice
like one of those bars.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I'm sure you could find poppers, but if you're into that.
Downstairs, anyway.
Yeah.
So San Antonio, you grew up in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Is that before the Riverwalk had been invented, or is that
Actually, I
always
think
there?
the Riverwalk had just been invented. I want to say I remember going to the Riverwalk
Inauguration
opening or something. Yeah.
It's a pretty cool little thing.
Yeah, I love it a lot. It's really fun to watch drunk people fall in during festivities.
I get that.
Because it's so small, you don't really have that much room to fall or
you
to
can't get
walk.
in real
really.
trouble either, can you?
You can what?
You can't get in real trouble. It's not like a swift-moving river ever.
No, I'm pretty sure you can get diphtheria though if you fall in or
diphtheria.
something. Yeah, some
typhoid.
Yeah,
things
some
like that.
gross
cholera.
disease.
Thank you.
Some 1800s fungus.
So growing up in Texas, that must have been interesting.
It was fun.
San Antonio is a little more cosmopolitan than a lot of as people think, compared to many parts of Texas.
Yeah.
Right. It's not Austin, but
it's very culturally. It's honestly when people ask me, it was the best place to grow up as a kid.
No
It
kidding.
really was. It was just you have the city part of it, but then you also have the surrounding neighborhoods, which are just all the families knew each other. We all went to high school together. We all played sports, and we did like team events and
What was your sport?
competitions. Well, my sport was theater.
Oh, because you could be.
Imagine that.
You
Yeah.
could have gone. You could have gone basketball or football.
I could have gone basketball or football, but
Yeah.
I was just too gay and didn't know it.
Did you? You didn't know you were gay in high school?
Oh no, well, I knew it, but I didn't know it. Yeah, it was.
What does
never
that feel
brought
like?
up.
What
Oh
is
God, here we go.
I'm
Strap in, everybody. Strap in and strap on.
No, because I think that you zeroed in on something that could be really helpful to other people, which is I knew it but didn't know it.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Smart's father just.
I know.
came
I
out.
just saw that on the way
Yeah.
over here. That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
It's crazy, but I've interviewed the man.
Yeah.
He is
Ed Smart.
Ed Smart.
Yep.
Elizabeth Smart is the young Utah youth at 14 was abducted out of her parents' house and was raped brutally for 9 months. And just, brainwashed. It was a horrible story.
Yeah.
And her poor dad almost went out of his mind.
Of course.
But because of his persistence, she was found again. I've interviewed both of them. And Ed is one of the most lovely guys you've ever met. I wasn't sure what I was going to get.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I think I had a inkling something was up.
Yeah.
Now he's come out as gay, and he's left the Mormon church because he didn't feel he could sort of survive there as an openly gay man. And God bless him. God bless him. But it made the top of mind for me today. These things like young people not really understanding themselves.
Right.
And so but you don't know is a great way of describing something.
Yeah.
What was that for you?
It was weird because I was like growing up, I always was very creative and expressive, and I loved pretending as a kid. Like I always used my imagination, and I would get on my bike and go ride my bike and pretend that I was, some character. Or so, I don't know. It was just always.
Was there? Do you mind me asking? Because I
No.
think it's fascinating. Was there any gender bending stuff going on at your young age? Part of that pretending that?
No, I never. I liked putting on makeup, but it was like for stage or Halloween or
was
like
to be a
that,
character.
and it was fun. I never,
Yeah.
I remember like maybe I put on like my mom's high heels like maybe once, but that wasn't like I never thought of myself as like maybe I'm a woman or like maybe it was just fun. I liked playing dress up,
Yeah.
or if it was like a pirate or a
Costumes.
yeah, costumes.
Yeah, I did too. I had a thing about that. I think that's more a performing gene or something. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I think so,
Because
yeah.
when I was a kid, I remember I had like a gladiator outfit and a cowboy outfit and a this. And
Yeah.
And Halloween was something I loved when I was a late adolescent, young adult. Did you like Halloween also?
I still love Halloween.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world. But I remember my mom tells me this story all the time. She took me to a production of Dracula when I was like 2 years old at like a community theater function, I guess. And I don't know why my mom took me to that, but I remember
Just scare the shit out of
I
you.
remember it though. Like I remember seeing these women on stage like covered in blood screaming. And
as is the custom for
As-
2-year-olds.
Yeah.
As anyone would do with a 2-year-old.
and my mom still
I was
says,
about to ask any trauma in childhood.
No.
I don't need to ask that question anymore.
I remember my mom tells me that I looked over and was like, I want to do that. And she was like, oh God, what? Be a woman covered in blood? And I was like, no, I want to do what they're doing, like being on stage. And so I think that's when I got it, because I identify it as a story being told, not as like, this is terrifying and I need to get out of here.
And it was the attraction, I want to be up there, part of that fantasy with them, or I just admire the performance. It's kind of a weird,
Yeah.
kids get a very funny fantasy about these things.
I just loved, I don't know, I just think it was just like the attention and the
performing.
The performance.
Yeah, it was not, I want to be with them in that
No.
fantasy.
Yeah. And then
musicals sort of give people that kind of feeling.
you know what? I don't like
See,
musicals.
that doesn't surprise me.
The gays do not like me for not liking musicals.
Sure, you're gay.
Yeah. I don't know. I have more straight friends than I do gay friends.
I don't know about you, Justin.
I know.
You might be-
I'm a diamond in the rough.
Well, I like musicals.
You
so-
do? I like them, but
so-
but then I just feel like everyone just like, ugh. They're just too, ugh. Like if that Wicked, oh my God. Get out of here.
Book of Mormon, come on.
No, I did date a Mormon though. A Mormon girl, yeah. That was
interesting.
fun.
So you were dating women in high school.
I crushed a lot of puss, yeah.
Was that now? And you were not like? Did you have any thoughts about maybe that's not?
Yes,
satisfying
all the
to
time. Yeah.
Like, why isn't this good for me? Why?
Yes, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19, which is like really old for Texas. And then that was horrifying, because it was just the worst experience of my life.
Just super awkward.
And it's not, it was just awkward, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I made myself do it. I was like, it was weird. I'm like, why am I planning the date of me? And it was my birthday. Oh God. It was like, I'm going to lose my virginity when I'm 19, and I'm going to just do it. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and like, it wasn't her fault, but like, I like to blame her.
Wait. So this was your girlfriend, or wasn't
Yes.
your girlfriend? It was your girlfriend.
Yes.
And you guys friends now, or
No. But we never broke up, so technically we're still dating. Yeah. So we never really like shut it down. And I think she's married, so she's cheating on me. So she's the bad person in this. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. God.
And did you think about your sexuality then when that all went down?
So
to speak?
Yeah. Because I remember like stealing like what are they called? Like men's magazines.
Sure.
As a kid. That's what a weirdo. And then
Why?
like hiding
Why is that
them.
weird?
It was just because
straight men steal women.
I
Playboys
know,
and stuff.
but I was just like this confused kid in like a Barnes and Noble, like when they like stealing porn at a Barnes and Noble.
But that is just straight out male sexuality.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Men, God did that to the 13 to 15-year-old male is cruel.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
I didn't have, like nobody talked to me. My sex talk literally was my mom sitting me down and going, a man puts his penis in a woman's vagina, it feels really good. All right, bye.
Is that fun at school?
That was really what it was. And I was like, what? Thanks for the night terrors. And like I never, masturbation was never talked about. Like, and I'm not like from a very religious family. It was just kind of like, it was just uncomfortable.
It's weird. Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
And I had a stepdad, and like he.
What happened to your dad?
He's gone. He's been gone out of the picture. For
What happened?
He just didn't. He got my mom pregnant, and then like I guess wasn't ready to become a dad. And he was young, and she just kind of took me away. Kidnapping is what some of them call it, but
Was it like that? Like she ran away from him?
yeah.
Oh.
And we moved to Mississippi and stayed with my grandmother for a little bit, and then like
She was on the lam.
oh God, yeah. And then
For how long?
Till I was like 4, and then she remarried my stepdad. And so remarried, yeah. And he's very, very Hispanic. Yeah.
Remarried.
Yeah, she remarried.
They'd been married before?
No. She cut it off with biological father.
And had a second marriage.
And then got married when I was 4 to him.
Okay. And has he been a good stepdad?
You know, he's tried. He tried.
Do they have other kids?
Oh, yeah. So I have a sister and 2 brothers, and I'm the oldest, yeah.
They're half siblings.
Half Hispanic, yeah.
Yeah, they're half siblings. And the relationship with them is good?
Oh, yeah, I love them. Yep. Yeah.
And was that running around for the first 4 years sort of traumatic, or was that...
No, I mean, I think I just wanted to be loved as a kid. I knew my mom was crazy about me, you know, but it was just weird because it was like this male figure that I had never, you know, known all of a sudden came into my life.
Did you long for your biological father?
No, because I was always told he was awful. And then I met him when I was 26, which was really weird.
How was that?
It was awful. He's just such a douche.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
He lives in Florida, of course.
Strike one.
He looks like Jay Leno with like a sodium problem, like just bloated.
Is he a drinker, you think?
Oh yeah, he's a drinker. And so he took me like.
Is that a real high voice like you, Jay? Is he?
No, I mean, it was crazy because he picked me up in a car in a Thunderbird. And then a Hawaiian shirt, gold chains, Italian.
Oh my God, he's like right out of a weird movie.
Out, yeah. And so he's like, we're going to San Diego for the weekend. We're gonna
From Florida?
Well, yeah.
What?
He flew out to LA and then he got a car. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought you were driving to San Diego for the weekend.
Oh God, he picked me up here and we went to San Diego and we had this like weird bonding thing. We're getting drunk in the hotel lobby, and then the next day he's like, all right, get up. We're going out for the day. Took me to Tijuana.
Keep going.
Tijuana, Mexico. The perfect place to get to know your son, right?
Yeah.
Takes me to a titty bar.
Did he understand?
No.
Okay.
But he did, because as the tequila is pouring down my throat, because they blow those whistles and like,
okay,
so pour the tequila in your mouth.
For those who don't know, they come over. They have a cloth.
A cloth.
And they what do they do? They put your head and shake it.
Yeah,
they put it in your mouth. They put the cloth over
Yes.
your. It's like waterboarding.
It's
with tequila.
assault, yeah.
Yeah, it's like waterboarding with tequila, and that you have to swallow it.
Yes.
and it's a gigantic load.
Yeah, it is a gigantic load. And the girls are like, yeah, you know. And then we went to this like strip club.
I don't. By the way, I've never heard of that. The whole tequila shooting.
Yeah,
Never,
it's allegedly.
It's allegedly. I've heard about it,
Allegedly,
read about it somewhere. Some Hemingway novel or something. So,
Definitely a Hemingway novel. And so we go to this strip club, and this girl, just starts dancing on a pole, and I'm like, no, you're doing it all wrong. So I go over, stand up. I like push the poor girl aside, and I'm like, this is how you pole
hang on. Was it like floor level pole dancing, or was she up on a stage? You had to climb up on the stage.
It was floor level pole dancing.
Okay.
Go over to her. Apparently, you can't do this in Tijuana.
Anywhere, you don't
And
touch
I
the
know.
strippers.
And I'm like, get out. I'll show you how to do it. And then this security guard comes over and he's like, you got to sit down. You can't do that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, hey, let me get you a lap dance. Oh, God.
Now, is your dad laughing his ass off? At this point, or
He
is
was
it-
like, Justin, you're crazy. Brr. That's my son. Ooh. So then he gets me a lap.
You should write a sitcom based on
God.
this.
Oh, I know. I actually thought about it. I really do want to write a book about all of this shit. Gets me a lap dance. I go into the back with this woman, and she is like, she starts like, you know, grinding
Dancing.
on me and everything. I'm like, here's what's happening.
You told her?
Oh, yeah.
Does she speak English?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Poquito. But I'm like, you really don't have to do all this. This is fun and all, but how about we just talk for 20 minutes? So like, getting to know, I'm like, are you happy? Do you have kids? She's like, yeah, I have 3. And I'm like, okay. Do you have pictures of them? Like, this is the worst. Like, she's looking at me like, what is up? What is going on?
Full disclosure, whenever I haven't been to a strip club in years and years and years and years, but my bachelor party, they took me to a couple of them. And what I get stuck with is, oh, you're a doctor? Let me tell you about my cryotherapy of my cervix. And I mean, I kid you not.
Yeah.
Full medical history is being laid out.
Yeah.
While I'm like,
They're like, this is for you, but also for me.
oh no,
Yes.
this is for me.
Yeah,
This is not for me.
God, it was so funny. And then I got back and, you know, I think there was some crying. Like we went deep. And then that was it. That was the last time I saw him.
Oh, and he didn't like.
I remember like I had roommates at the time and he's like, is Justin gay?
To
And
the roommates.
To my roommates. And my roommates were like, you probably want to have that talk with your son
Not with
because we're
us.
not going to say anything.
Yeah.
And then it was just, and now it's weird because it's like I'm finding, like now that I'm doing stand up and performing now, like the Martindales are coming out of the woodwork. So they're all like, hi, I'm your 3rd cousin. And I'm like, okay. They're like,
Oh,
yeah.
so that's through his face. You're not
Well-
related to Wink in any way.
No, I get that all the time. Sometimes
sure.
I lie, but like, I have a couple of I guess cousins who were like, oh yeah, we know, we're sorry you had to go through that.
Oh.
because I guess he has like a reputation within the family. I don't know, whatever.
Well, just the way you describe him.
do
it's
your
like-
life. He's got like a Colombian wife, and he adopted her son, which is weird. So I am his only biological son.
And do you have any contact with him now?
Nah.
And your stepdad, things have been okay.
Things have been great. He did what he could, you know?
And your siblings, everybody good?
They're great. Yeah.
And your relationship with your mom, you said she carted you around for a while.
Yeah. Mom's getting to that age, you know, and I'm trying to be the best son I can. You know, she's having a hard time because they got divorced and now she's like on her own. So,
Yeesh.
yeah.
So when did comedy hit? How'd that figure into this?
Comedy just kind of came with growing up. I was never, you know, you always hear these stories about, you know, gay kids and kids suck. Like they just are hard. I watched that show Euphoria.
Yes.
Good God.
Isn't that incredible? It's accurate though.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And you have 3 daughters, right?
No, I have 2 boys and a girl, but
Two boys
they're
and a girl, the
26 now.
triplets,
They're
yeah.
26 now. They're through all
Yeah.
that stuff. But they absolutely, if you've never seen Euphoria, it's a great series. It's hard to watch.
It's really hard to watch.
But it's got drug addiction just right.
Right.
Got that just right. And I believe it got
Because of her dad, because her dad had cancer, and so she started taking his pills, right?
How she got there's many roads to where she got, but where she was portrayed exactly right.
Yeah.
Her attempts at recovery exactly right. And for a certain segment of the high school population, they got it right.
Yeah.
It's not common that kids are that sociopathic, but they're certainly there.
It's very terrifying.
It is really something.
And I'm so thankful I skipped all of that.
Well, but you said they were terrible. They're terrible to you about your sexuality, or
No. I just think it's a lot. I mean, just dealing with like technology, like how, like recording each other having sex and putting it on putting it on Pornhub and stuff like that, and being like, look at this fat cow fucking,
Oh
and
my God.
like that's just like that one girl Cat in the show.
Oh,
Like it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, or like, yeah, last summer she made a sex tape. I'm like, don't make sex tape, children. Like my niece. So I have a show on Snapchat that comes out every Thursday, and my niece, who's 11, yeah, I was like, let me just check in with my niece, and I looked at her story, and it was like some guy was like, I think you're really cute, and she was like, shut up or something, and I was like, how's school?
well, what did I hear
you
today?
into-
I read that like 60% of underage children have contact with somebody that's a predator. Well, tell me about the Snapchat show.
Oh yeah, so and then we'll get back into the comedy. Yeah,
Oh, don't worry.
The Snapchat show was I used to write for Joan Rivers when she had Fashion Police.
No
I wrote, my first job with
That
her.
must have been so fun.
It was way fun. It was very. I did like two actual shows for her.
Meaning, besides,
Well, like I
Fashion
did two.
Police?
No, just Fashion Police. And I just had a really, really good time. My first assignment was the Met Gala. No pressure.
oh boy.
And we went over to Melissa's house, and she fed us all, and we all sat in a circle and kind of went around jokes and everything. And I just remember meeting her, and I was like, and she was like, they were like, introduced me, and they said, this is Justin. He's going to be one of the race. She's like, oh, I know Justin. I'm like, do you? Really? Because I'm pretty sure she like looked me up at whatever. But it was just really, really fun. And then I remember testing for E for different shows and whatever. And I just remember the last time I saw her, she was walking down the hall, and I got a picture with her, and she was just like, how have you been? It's so good to see you. And I was like,
Yeah, she was at how old was she when she died? Like 78 or something?
yeah, something like that. It's
But
coming up.
for somebody
her
that
anniversary
age-
is at like September 4th or 7th, something like that.
For somebody that age, she was remarkably. This just sounds glib, but it's not just youthful. But there was something about her
September
interaction.
4th, yeah.
Oh my God, it's my birthday too.
Really?
Yeah, it's that I only knew that Beyonce was on September 4th.
And Whitney Cummings too.
Whitney Cummings too. Oh, interesting. But she was so youthfully engaging. That was the thing about her. She would just it was like running into a college roommate or
Right,
something. Or
right.
friend. It's like very engaging. Miss her greatly. I saw Melissa a couple weeks ago too. She seems okay right now.
Who? Oh,
I think,
Melissa?
I think
Yeah.
she's living out of the state. I think
Makes
if I remember
sense.
right. Yeah,
She probably just wants to raise her son and just
Yeah.
kind of be out of it.
I think that's right.
And
So
that's
comedy
smart.
hit. So comedy.
Yeah, so I got they rebooted a Millennial Fashion Police on Snapchat.
Is that your first job? Was writing? Mm-hmm. So your first comedy was for Joan.
My first writing job was with Joan, but I had already done stand-up. So here's the story. Here's the back end.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'd always been funny.
Yeah.
I was always the class clown, most humorous in my class. I was never bullied. That's what I was getting into with the whole euphoria thing. I was never really bullied. I always used my words and my humor to get me out of situations. And I just remember being a kid and people were like, oh my God, you should totally be a stand-up comic, which a child should never hear. Like, give them goals,
What was comedy doing for you, do you think, other than diffusing difficult situations?
Yeah, I was just obsessed with Jim Carrey, and I was obsessed with Robin Williams, and like I was, and I could identify with them because they played such iconic characters. Mrs. Doubtfire and Ace Ventura, and the genie in Aladdin, and I just loved this like performance, and I was just attracted to this like crazy energy,
Yeah.
and it just kind of was in me, and then I always wanted to be an actor, and I moved out here and was like, well, this sucks. And I just remember like the recession hit. It was 2009, and I just remember eating like bread and eggs for like 2 weeks, and like really ready to throw in the towel and just be like, you know what, I can't do this. And I saw this comedy show, and I was watching the comics, and I was just like, God, this is garbage. I was like, I can do this. What do I have to lose? So I called up a friend of mine who was running a room in Silver Lake, and I said, hey, I want to try it out. And he's like, okay, you've got 6 minutes. And I was like, oh God, 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I finally did it, it just felt right. It was the adrenaline that I wanted. It was the response that I wanted.
Is it
was
the laughter? Or
it was the
tension?
laughter. It was the storytelling. It was just, it felt perfect,
Right.
especially because I was just such at a low place. It finally, there was something that was just like, it made me feel good. And kind of like a drug, you know? And then
Did you get obsessed with it because of that, or was it just still
was-
something you just wanted to do?
I wasn't obsessed with it. It was just, so that was October of 2008. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So I had been doing it for 9 months, and I skipped over the open mic scene. That wasn't my thing. I would do like, you know, monthly shows and kind of just get booked on those. So 9 months in, I get booked at the Comedy Store. Michael Jackson just died on the 25th of June. So everyone's outside. It's a summer night. Michael Jackson music's playing. You know, everyone was having a good time. And it was just one of those nights at the Comedy Store where everybody's in town. Everybody's in town. And we were all just having a, you know, good time. There was this open mic, or not an open mic, a bringer show in the main room. And there was like 16 people on the lineup, and it was sold out. There's like a bustle in the audience, or a bustle backstage, and they're like, Justin's going third. And I'm like, okay, well, that's great, because I was last before. And I get up on stage, did 6 minutes, had a blast, and I sat back down, and someone grabbed me, and they said, you need to come with me right now. And I said, well, why? And they go, because Mitzi Shore just saw you and just passed you as a paid regular.
Oh.
So that was weird. And I was like, who? Like, had no clue.
So explain to people who that is.
Mitzi Shore is the owner of the Comedy Store.
If you watch,
So-
I'm dying up here. The women.
Oh,
the-
yes. And read that book. It's fascinating.
There's a older female character that is
Yes,
Mitzi.
Goldie, yeah.
And it's Polly's mom.
Paulie's mom, she took it over, and she discovered Robin Williams, David Letterman, Jay Leno, all those guys, Roseanne Barr, all the 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, Sam Kinison.
So what happened? She grabbed you?
She left. She saw me and left, and told the box office guy, like, tell him he's a paid regular, get his avails. And I am officially the last person that she handpicked.
Interesting.
So people were very upset with me for that.
Well, again, if you watch I'm dying up here, you see the competitiveness.
Oh God. I mean, people were like, who are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I just happen to be here. And they were like, man, fuck this guy. And you're gay? What? Yeah. So there was a whole bunch of like, oh man, are you going to try and fuck me? And I'm like, oh calm
my gosh.
down. You're a 4.
And so, and so Snap.
So Snapchat saw me I was doing like some Bachelor after show, and then they were like, we want to kind of revamp Fashion Police, but for Snapchat.
Smart.
So they grabbed me, and now for 2 years now, I've been hosting a Snapchat original series called What the Fashion, and it's me over at the E Network, and I just, we just take celebrities and just,
Trash
talk about trash them. It's just I try to be nice and like just talk about the outfit, because that's what they want. I don't want to like trash them personally
Is
or
it
whatever.
an E production, or do you own it?
It's
an E production.
Yeah.
For
It's an E.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
And everything in Snap has to be like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's like a 4-minute long show, because that's all people have time for these days.
That's the way Snapchat works.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you just do a whole ton of them and just?
They're still on there if you subscribe. It's called What the Fashion. It comes out every Thursday. And
But I mean, do you just sit down on Thursdays and do 4 minutes, or you do
no,
40
no,
minutes
no, no,
once
no.
every 10 weeks?
God, when we started, it took us about 2 hours, and it was brutal. But now we've got it to about like 45 to an hour.
To do how many?
4 minutes.
1 4-minute
Yeah,
thing
so they
in an
edit.
hour?
They edit it all together.
Oh my
and-
God,
yeah.
that's crazy.
And now they're getting to that point now where they're like, it's season 2, and we can edit like fun things that
What's
didn't
the
really
matter
happen.
with you guys? Why can't we turn this show into a 2.5-minute golden piece of gold?
Cum dumpsters. Thanks for next week. See you guys.
Speaking of cum dumpsters,
I'm right here.
we have some interesting clips, hand-picked for you.
But I just want to say, speaking of cum dumpsters,
Just saying.
what a dream.
Let's take a little break for a second so I can tell you about our friends at Stamps.com. Now, we were early adopters of Stamps.com in my family. I found postage with pictures of my kids on it. I think I've told you this before. Confused the hell out of me. My wife just told me, this is Stamps.com that does this. And I thought she was counterfeiting stamps. But lo and behold, it was the magic of Stamps.com, which we've used ever since. Anything you can do at the post office and more, you can do with Stamps.com. They give you a scale that's part of the trial on the special offer I'm going to tell you about in a second. You weigh the postage, you weigh the letter or package, and so you know exactly what to put on that letter or package, which is something that's always confusing to me. All you do is then hand it off to the mailman. You print it up on your own printer. Any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once mail is ready, just hand it over. You get 5 cents off every first class stamp and up to 40% off priority mail. It's crazy. Stamps.com is a no-brainer. And right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage, free, and a digital scale without a long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the home page, type in Dr. Drew, that's D-R-D-R-E-W. Again, it's a 4-week trial, no long-term commitment. You get free postage. Why not do it? And you get that digital scale so you can see exactly, plug it into your computer, see exactly what the postage should be for that particular piece of mail. Print it up. Off you go to the mailman or mail person. Again, that is Stamps.com. Enter the code after clicking the microphone at the top of the homepage. Enter code DRDREW. Next up is forhims.com. I believe you've heard of these guys. Forhims. Hims connects you with a real physician, a licensed physician, and provides FDA-approved pharmaceutical products to treat something that affects up to 40% of men over the age of 40. Now, some guys start to struggle with erectile dysfunction, no fault of their own. It's just part of the aging process. By the time you're 60, it's 60%. This is the way we kind of look at this. By the time you're 70, it's 70%. So these are very common medication, and it makes sense to me that you should be able to use an efficiency like the internet, something that 4Hims provides, where you can connect with a physician, get an evaluation, and then if appropriate, get the pharmaceutical product. Is of course backed by science. Stop worrying about the multiple in-office doctor visits, no painful injections or anything like that. It's easy. All you got to do is answer some questions about your medical history. You chat with the physician. It's confidential. You don't have to go to the pharmacy. That's it. He comes to you. It's made easy. It's erectile without the dysfunction, they say. So try 4Hims today by starting out with a free online visit. It is free. You got nothing to lose. Go to forhims.com/Dr. Drew. That is forhims.com/DRDREW, forhims.com/Dr. Drew. Prescription products are subject to physician approval. They require the online consultation with a doctor who will determine if the prescription is appropriate. You can see the website for full details and safety information. It could cost you hundreds of dollars if you went in person to a doctor and then visited a pharmacy. This is an efficiency that I think is appropriate, and I sign off on it. You get a real physician, you get the usual pharmaceutical product. Again, that is forhims.com/Dr. Drew. And now back to our show. So you know how this show works. We have YMH sends us some of their most problematic types and cool dudes. And we take a look at them and see what we think of them. So here we go. Is this TikTok?
Oh my God, Christina was telling me about I'm obsessed with her TikTok. I need to get into it. I don't know exactly what it is.
Her Instagram has become flooded with
TikTok.
TikTok stuff.
I know. I comment on all of them. I love them.
This is not TikTok.
Okay.
This is just a really cool girl.
Is it? Is she though?
Yeah, she's the coolest.
Okay.
I think we got this off of Facebook. I can't remember.
If she's the coolest, this should be
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
this should be good.
she looks like she wrestles alligators.
Okay, so I'm here with my ex's cum in a cup, and I'm add some seasoning, salt and pepper, and oh my God, that is gross.
Oh!
Wait, what is happening?
Fried semen.
For what?
Why did she? If she
So it tastes better.
Does she eat it?
Oh God!
I don't want to give anything away.
Oh my God! Is there more to this?
Ew.
Thank you.
But we're going to finish frying this, and then I'm going to eat it. This should be interesting.
Is it?
There's some salt and pepper in it.
I like her crazy lisp.
She's on pills.
She is very cool.
Oh my God. I'm going to hate myself.
Yeah, you are.
So hold on. With that kind of screwball antics, there's always a dude behind it.
Oh, yeah.
No woman goes, I know what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll fry
Yeah.
up my husband's.
He was like, hey, baby, you want to do something fun? You gonna fry my cum. And she's like, all right, I love you.
You wore the T-shirt, Justin.
I mean, I did. It is
your fault.
appropriate.
It's your fault.
I manifested this.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
I love the disgust face. She's like,
She's just blowing on it. She's just blowing on it.
Thumbs up.
Oh!
ah! Oh!
cute that.
She looks like Elizabeth Moss in Handmaid's Tale.
Yes.
Right? She's giving
Yes.
that Elizabeth Moss
Yes.
stare into the camera.
She's absolutely got that.
That's maybe-
I want to see one of those habits.
yeah,
on her
maybe
head.
that's method acting. That's what Elizabeth Moss does.
But she is a cool dude. I gotta hand it to her.
I love her.
Yeah, I do too.
So actually, earlier, Justin, you said that she's on pills, and that actually is a game that we play on YMH called Drugs or Mental Illness. So, Drew, what do you think's going on here?
Oh, this is a sick boyfriend. This has nothing to do with her. Yet. Finish it off.
Yeah.
Let's see where this goes. Whether she actually
Don't say finish it off like that.
whether she actually vomits or not.
I think this actually is the end of it.
really that's the end.
She
No,
just
there's a
eats
little
it and
more.
she hates it. You know, that's the whole video.
Does she though?
That is neither drugs nor mental illness. That is a screwball husband. Now,
Yeah.
or boy. She a boyfriend or husband? What did she say?
I think ex-boyfriend.
Oh
What?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Does that-
she's
does that
damaged.
change your
yeah, she's
answer at all?
damaged.
But maybe damaged, but not crazy and not
No,
on drugs.
I was talking about her hair. Her hair's
oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. It's a little bit bleached out there.
Oh, but what?
Thank you for sharing that one. It's one of the few YMH videos that I feel, I don't know, better about than I normally do, even though it's totally disgusting.
I hate cum.
Full quote,
Not
John.
for
Well,
me.
you know, I got another one for you guys.
It is, by the way, one of the more problematic fluids.
It's just weird.
It's not different than what comes out of your nose when you blow your nose. It's the same materials. It's mucopolysaccharides,
It's mucus?
essentially, with some stuff floating in it.
Yeah, you don't eat your boogers. Don't eat your cum.
Oh, I think you ought to throw the gauntlet down to Dov and see if somebody from the YMH Cool department would fry up the
Ugh,
the nose,
probably.
the snots.
Bert Kreischer would totally
I'm
do
sure
it.
we could find
Bert
somebody
would do
to
it.
that.
Yeah.
So this next one is a really fun clip. We just watched it on YMH not too long ago. And the people at home won't be able to watch it, so I need you guys to describe what you're seeing.
Why can't they watch it?
You'll
It's probably
you'll
for the
see.
best.
You'll
Uh-oh.
see.
Somebody. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh, no. What the hell?
What's
Is this
happening?
Castaway 2?
It is somebody that looks like. Okay, so just hold
there's
it.
a
Hold it.
homeless-
No!
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, what looks like.
A homeless man.
Oh! Okay. Oh, Jesus. Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks in Castaway 2 drinking his own urine to stay hydrated with two Slovenian prostitutes fingering each other while he's drinking his pee and spitting it into Slovenian one's mouth. So Wilson, it's called Wilson's Return.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Wilson's Return.
What do you think the search history title would be to this?
Oh my God.
I think it's I mean, we know the actual name, so you guys could guess it, and then we'll tell you the real one.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Uh,
I just feel like
what has happened to my career is what I'm
know-
wondering.
I just love this still of her eyes. Like this is
Yeah, I know.
She looks
People-
like she just like this is 7 days after watching the Ring tape.
This has got to be something to do with golden and drinking fountains.
Golden like Gary's drinking fountain.
You're
or
very close.
am I really? Piss Swap 5.
Golden gals. Golden girls. There it is.
Is it really?
Got to be golden girls.
It's Albert's pool party.
Albert.
Okay.
Yes, I was like, it's a Gary. Yeah, he looks like a fucking Albert.
I think the Golden Girls is a better name for it.
But, this is just clip
it's the
number
Golden
one.
Shower Girls. instead
Here
of
we go,
Golden-
guys.
I would
More
say
clips.
two
We have
girls,
to watch more.
2 girls, 1 Albert.
Yeah, 2 girls, 1 fountain.
Oh my God, is that him? Is he getting his butt? Yep. Oh, these poor women.
This is right. Isn't that the feeling you get? Good for you. That's how I feel too. It's like really.
So here's a
But the
question.
same guy, different
yeah.
guy.
No, it's the same guy. How is he peeing so much?
Well, it makes me wonder if it's
Like, how could
he.
you?
He must have to like save up all.
Well, I mean,
Save up all day.
I personally prepped this video. I could tell you that this is later on in the video without really a cut. So,
No, but they could cut, right? I mean, just while he drinks some other.
See, that one has her eyes closed
But
for
even-
all the right reasons.
even in this take though, like they haven't cut. Like he's been nonstop peeing for like 20 seconds.
yeah, go get
30
your
seconds?
fucking kidneys checked.
Oh my God! What's happening to me? I can't do anymore. Stop it.
Nah, it's all right. Now the girls get in on it. See the funnel?
Not a piss funnel.
No.
Oh, look, we're just 2 wild girls. I just spit because there's so much fluids coming out of this.
Oh, it's so sad.
Have you ever seen a funnel like that, Drew?
Oh, the humanity. What happened to us?
What happened? This is like, and those sheets? What is that? What Burning Man tent was collapsed for this scene work? This is my scene partner today. Oh my God. You know, I was in a porn once.
Really? Tell us more.
So I had the pleasure of being an extra in a porn, and my friend who ran a studio at the time was like, "Hey, do you want to make $100 for the day?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So I had to go out to like, what's that weird town?
Van Nuys.
Yeah. What is that weird town?
North Hollywood.
Yeah, what's east of La Brea? And so I got to the studio, and it was really fun because I got to like meet the actors and like, "Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you." It was very like professional, and I got to wear like the belt with like lube and everything. I was like the kit guy. I wasn't the fluffer. I didn't have to like touch anything. I don't know why I'm like.
You were an extra,
I don't know why
or
I
were
was
you
a
like
cat.
an assistant?
I was the extra. So it was like the scene started, and I got to be the guy who's like,
Pizza.
"Come in," and I was like, "Your 5 o'clock appointment is here," and they were like, "Send him in," and I'm like. And I actually had a friend of mine who was like, "Oh my God, I was trying to jerk off the other day and your dumb face like walked in." I was like,
my God,
"Oh,"
how funny is
and
that?
people were like, "Are you going to be embarrassed if that tape comes out?" I'm like, "I didn't get naked. I was
Helping out.
living my truth." It was really fun. And then I got to watch it and I was like, "Is this all real?" And they're like, "Well, some of it is and some of it's not." Like, because you in porn, they're like, "Ugh," and sometimes it's acting.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
of that. All right, let's get another video. Get us out of the pool party zone.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Here, I'll pull something up. Converse a little.
What's that?
I'm pulling something up. Converse a little.
Oh, we'll do some questions. All right, here's some emails.
Okay.
19-year-old guy who's just recently started to exercise. I'm on a keto diet and practice intermittent fasting. I've noticed that whenever I lift weights at the gym, no matter how heavy, I get a massive headache all around my skull. It usually lasts anywhere from 5 minutes to a few hours. This is actually something to be checked out. It may or may not have anything to do with the diet.
No.
But exercise-induced headaches can sometimes be aneurysm and things like that.
Like high blood pressure.
No, it's not that. It's more of an anatomic thing. I remember, it's funny, whenever I get a headache when I'm working out, I always think about a kid I knew when I was in medical school, another medical student, got a headache while we were working out, and then he had a little bleed into his cerebellum, in his posterior fossa. And he had to have neurosurgery and all kinds of stuff. So it's something that can occasionally be more than just a plain old headache.
And breathe properly. Because when I had a trainer and he was like, because I would hold in my air, and he's like, "No, you got to breathe in and breathe out and breathe in, because if you don't, it can stress your."
Valsalva.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
The Valsalva is not good for your heart, not
Right.
good for your vasculature. First baby, it's about 7 weeks since we had it. She tried really hard to push the baby out, but she ended up getting a C-section. Now I thought since the baby didn't come out vaginally, we'd be all good to get back to sex. We've tried it twice in the past week. Both times it brought her to tears.
Oh God.
Yes. Why
Sounds
does it
like
hurt
having
so
sex
bad?
with me.
Because she had surgery on that region. Dude, you're pushing on that. It's like if you were pushing in her abdomen real hard, would you be surprised if that would hurt?
Well, and it's also 7 weeks in. Let her heal, for God's
I know.
sakes.
Men,
Jesus.
we're just awesome, aren't
you
we? as men?
velociraptor. God.
And she's not going to be terribly interested in sex for about a year.
Yeah,
That's just
let her-
sort of how
yeah.
it goes. All right. Do you ever?
And that's your fault, bro.
You did that to
you
me.
did
to
that
her.
to her.
More videos. What do you got here?
Okay, so this
Uh-oh.
next one.
Is that smoke or is that fog?
Yeah.
Yes, this is a Burger King. It's on fire.
Oh.
And I want you to tell me if there's anything wrong with the person that's in that red car
Uh-oh.
that's about to come out and yell at people.
Hey, girl! You can get your money back! You better move your damn car! This is how I can't. You move! It's on fire! I don't give a fuck! I just moved! Now give me my money is what I'm asking for!
Oh, yes.
So she wants a refund from a burning, actively on fire burger.
I like the way
She wants to have it her way.
I also like the way she misinterprets people yelling at her
Yeah.
to help her
Yeah.
with people yelling at her because they're mad at her. So she has to get angry back.
You know what? I am obsessed with public freakouts. I love them.
Really?
I will take
You've come to the right place.
I know. I'll take an edible when I get home. like after I do my spots and stuff, I just want to like go relax. I'll just take I'll cut a 10 milligram edible in half, have a good 5, and I will YouTube public freak out compilations because it fascinates me. Have you ever seen one?
No, maybe Nadav can help me and enlighten me about
Just
this.
people losing their shit over like, I asked for 4 packets of ketchup and there's 3, and you're like, wow,
People get angry. People are not feeling good in our country today.
No.
And they get angry over the tiniest little slights. But let's see how this one plays out.
Y'all was just laughing in there. Now you want to come out here and act serious? Y'all fucking stupid. Bitch, that's why you work at Burger King. That's why you work at Burger King. Making 13 an hour, huh?
Make note,
Wow.
guys.
Yes, insult them.
She seems to have hospital greens on, essentially.
And you
right?
know what's sad? She probably has kids in that car.
Oh yeah, and she probably works at a hospital, and she has many different jobs I can imagine.
No, she's like a receptionist at like a
Dentist office, something like that.
esthetician.
Okay,
Yeah,
esthetician,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
All right.
$10
Oh, it keeps going?
This is the last
They
part.
all over here talking about, it's not fire zone, it's a fire zone. I don't give a fuck.
Ugh, Just trash. Trash people.
Justin, where would you rate this on public freakouts? I mean, you've seen a couple.
Well, this does not have physical violence as of yet. You know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
jump over counters and beat people up.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I would say this is about like a 5, a 4 or 5.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the video of the guy? I don't know where it was. I want to say it was in LA. The guy like having sex with somebody on the ground. Did y'all see that one?
No.
What are you on the
Why
ground?
is my voice getting higher?
You mean like a homeless person?
I don't know. It's like some guy. He's like plowing this woman in like a park in LA, and this guy grabs a bicycle and just hits him over the head with the bicycle.
Oh, yeah, I think
and
I've
like
seen
knocks
that.
him out.
Oh, I've seen it all.
I mean,
It knocks him out?
yeah.
Oh my
Like the
God.
wheel, the
Was
back, the wheel hits him. He's like, "Come on, man, cut that out!" And like hits him. I think he's one of those like, those what are they called? The community, the
scooters?
security
Well,
guys. Yeah. But yeah, people are
Wow.
nuts.
Okay, well, you're going to share some of that with us, yes?
Oh, I
Nadav?
have some fun stories about. I've seen a woman pull out a bottle of vodka from her vagina.
Like a small, like an airplane?
Full on plastic Popov vodka.
Like a
I
half
talk about it
pint?
on stage. Yeah. No,
a
it was
pint?
it was like this.
Oh my God.
Just lift her dress up and then I saw a friend drive by and was like, "Oh my God, call me later. I just saw a woman pull up Popov from her pussy."
Where was this?
Santa Monica Boulevard. Waiting for the bus.
This is like a homeless person?
Probably just a afternoon coochie cocktail.
Where you get tired carrying stuff around. You got
God,
your
I
own.
know. I've seen a woman pissing, like standing up pissing. Like the women, we just saw it outside of a Gelson's.
Yeah, listen, Los Angeles has become Mad Max.
Oh, Matt, yes,
Yeah.
full on Thunderdome.
Yeah, it is. We've made several. Our leaders have made several moves to push it further in that direction. So it's going
Yeah.
to be next 5 years. Is going to be.
Apocalypse.
It really is. It's going to be like really.
Dude, seriously, do you need to be doing this? What are you doing?
Oh, this is.
What are you doing?
What is that?
He's putting
Hello?
a bicycle handle up
What are you doing?
Go away, lady.
with his
What
leg
are you
stop
doing?
elevated.
There's little kids around here.
He's got
Seriously.
his wheelchair's all flipped over to the side.
Does he have one leg?
Yes, got one leg, and he's got a bicycle handle with a sweatshirt over his head.
Yeah, he's keeping the sun out of his eyes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Is this in LA?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
I'm sure.
mean-
My name is Dan. I'm 31. I'm from Pittsburgh. I have a relationship, loved my life for 4 years. Everything's good.
lady.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Go away, lady.
Dan's back.
Everything was good until the beginning of the year when she started getting menopause symptoms. How old is his wife? Now we have only sex 2 times a year. She tells me it's very painful for her. I'm sympathetic to it, but I have needs. Is there anything she can do? Piss on me, beat me. Just, I don't need to explain that to you. She needs a medical evaluation. If she's in her 30s, she could have perimenopause, but she should not be becoming menopausal.
Yeah.
And it could be medication side effects. If she's having atrophic vaginitis, which is what causes the pain with intercourse, that could be caused by lots of things other than menopause. I don't think this is menopause. Please have her properly evaluated. Boy, lots of people having kids and This is all having kids and having trouble then functioning after that.
Don't have kids. Problem solved.
My wife had our kid about 3 years ago. She had external hemorrhoids ever since. These
Gross.
never go away. She used to enjoy anal sex. The variety in our sex life is gone due to other issues. There's no oral going on. Other issues. I'm dying here. Is there hope?
She's lesbian.
I don't know about that. He just doesn't like the hemorrhoids, or she doesn't like the hemorrhoids, or something. So they don't engage in.
But wait, they're in her butt?
hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
He likes anal sex. She used to like anal sex.
That's probably why she has hemorrhoids.
Probably could contribute to it for sure.
This is what I don't get about guys having anal sex with women. I don't get it. They're not enjoying it. They don't have a prostate back there.
Some women do.
No.
Yeah, no, they do.
Do they?
It's not a common thing, but some women do. There's a whole bunch of innervation in that area that can become, some people their anatomy is such that that's a more sensitive area. And, yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't get it done to me.
yeah.
I just don't.
I
My butthole, I don't trust it. I just feel like it's like the Sarlacc pit that Boba Fett fell into in Star Wars.
But I get you. I don't have any understanding personally of the appeal of the people. But there are people that really get interested in playing that area. And that's good on them. That's all I'm saying. Do we have a voice message? Here we go.
Hey, Dr. Drew. Love the show.
Thank
I'm
you.
just calling in with a question. I want to know if it's possible to have PTSD for something you don't remember happening. Basically, when I was a kid, around 3 years old, I got too close to a bear cage, and it almost ripped my leg off,
Wow.
and it messed up my growth plate in my ankle.
Wow.
Everything's fine now, but I still have some PTSD-like symptoms from it.
Sure.
So I just wondered what your thoughts were on that.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Keep up the show.
You bet. Thanks. That is something people are getting a lot of misconception about. PTSD really is about your body remembering something. It's like your body's always reliving it, and that phenomenon of flight or fight and freeze doesn't have to have an explicit memory associated with it. It can just be an affect state. So absolutely, and in fact, even when people do have an explicit memory, the memory is often distorted and it changes over time.
Right.
And the memory isn't the problem, though. It could be troublesome that the memories are intrusive and keep coming back. But the real problem is what's remembered by the body.
Or the trauma, the shock of the experience.
Yes,
I have one that I remember, and every now and then I go back to it because
Was
it was
that vampire play again?
No, it was. I went on a vacation with my pastor at the time, and he had a daughter, and we went to this weekend retreat at their cabin or something. And one day we went out by the creek. It was me and the neighbor girl, and her mom, and we were skipping rocks in the creek. And the mom was like, "No, don't throw those too hard because someone could get hurt." And immediately I skipped a rock, and it ricocheted off and hit the girl in her face.
Oh.
And the pastor's wife looks me in the face and goes, "You stupid fucking kid!" And I was like, "Oh!"
Pastor's wife.
And I started running, just
Away.
running in the woods. And the pastor saw me, and it was all hush hush and covered up. So when we came back home, they were like, my mom was like, "Did you guys have a good time?" They're like, "We love Justin. He was so great." And I was like,
She called me a stupid fucking kid.
and that stayed with me. And that's when I gave up on God. No, I'm just kidding. But wait, he got his leg caught in a what? A bear?
Bear. Weird. Got too
Like
close to a
the
bear.
Revenant?
It sounds
Like a bear
it.
mauled him?
It sounds like it.
I think he said he got too close to a bear cage.
A bear cave, and
a
it
zoo
hurt.
or something.
Yeah, he was like, and then the bear grabbed him by the leg?
Yeah,
Almost
I
tore
think
his
that's what
ankle.
Yeah, that's some drama right there.
Yeah, that can stay with you. I'm
That's
just saying.
terrifying.
All right, next
Whoa.
up.
Hey, Dr. Drew. This is Jack from Nevada. I'm 25, and in high school, I never seemed to have a problem with the ladies and sort of socializing them, but I've found it really hard to make any genuine connection with anyone that I'm meeting new. And yeah, I don't know. It just seems like an odd thing, but I don't know if it seeks medical attention. So I figured I'd give a call in, and I really enjoy the podcast. Home man out.
Now, Dom, what do you imagine he is? Mid-20s or something?
He said 25.
Oh, he said 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where I'm seeing a lot of this.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I totally get this.
It's and he sounds perfectly great.
It's not you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's your generation
Yeah.
of swiping and swiping right, swiping left. And it's very stressful. And a lot of people don't like to engage with people in real life.
You didn't get exposed the way you're supposed to forming and breaking relationships very much. A lot of millennials didn't get that experience because everyone was on their phones, and I imagine porn had an impact on this too.
Porn always is to blame.
Yeah. Well, but the men are just, they're in the porn and they're not out in the world, right?
Yeah.
And I really feel bad for him because it's a very common thing, and millennials kind of aren't in a hurry to do anything, and so while my generation would have been tunneling out and trying to break free, they're like, hey, funny thing, I don't seem to be interested in people the way I should be.
Well, and the attention span is gone. So that's even a thing. Like, I know I see it in the straight community and the gay community, where it's like you could be having like the best relationship with somebody or having the best time, and then there's in the back of your head you're like, I'm gonna see if there's somebody better out there,
next?
and you're just like, what?
So I literally would make it a discipline, almost like you're working, of going out and meeting people, spending time with people, conversing with people, connecting with people, because that disconnect is not good for you, and you'll be happier when you do find somebody, and you will find somebody because you're perfectly set up for it.
And don't have one night stands. It sounds like you're ready to like
have a relationship.
So don't like court someone, court a woman, court a man, whoever you're with.
Which is the piece that they didn't get. They didn't have that dating thing in high school and college.
Oh, I think you're cute. Let's go back to my place and bang it out. Like, no, like, let's go to dinner. Let's get to know each other. Let's have a second date. Let's have a third date.
I used to coach my kids about this issue, and they always go, well, they're uncomfortable dating because they don't know how. They don't know even to receive a date.
Right.
But people usually get around to it in their mid-20s, so people will be more receptive then. Is it similar in the gay community? Because I've only been talking to straight folks that have this problem. Similar?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's
very interesting. I'm glad he called.
It's very like, okay. Like, I remember asking the guy I'm talking to now. I was like, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "Let's go to dinner or something." He was like, "Ew." I'm like, "What?" Because he's younger too. Still got it, guys. Still got it. And he was like, I was like, "No, let's go to dinner." He's like, I'm really nervous." And I'm like, "Well, you should be nervous.
They don't know how to behave.
That's what's fun about this. Is like we get to know each other and get to like. I want to know what makes you feel weird, and I want to see what makes you smile, and I want to see if like this is going to be something that I want to invest my time in. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's very everything's fast. It's like, let's do this, let's bang it out at night, and then that's it.
It's fast, and yet it's not in a hurry to make a connection. So it's very weird. Very strange times. All right, next voice message.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name is Noah from Tennessee. I'm calling because I recently heard you talking about lovers or married couples needing to get on the same timeline, that sexual needs. I know you said that males like the morning time and females are in the afternoon. How would a couple have their moods hit at the same time? And what is your professional advice to getting on the same sexual track as your partner or wife? Thank you.
It's fascinating to me. I don't remember saying this. But it does tend to be true that people have different diurnal cycles, and some people are more in the morning, some people are more in the evening, some are in the afternoon. When they're feeling more receptive or more sexually aroused, whatever it might be. And I do notice that having talked to lots of people, that men are more likely to be. It's not that they're more likely to be mornings, but women are not likely to be morning people.
That makes sense.
And so men can be morning. It sounds like what's going on here. And it's not that you can shift somebody's preferences. You can't do it. People don't shift. What you can do is be motivated to meet somebody where they are. In other words, so your wife is an afternoon person. You then need to go figure out a time to go meet her at 4 p.m, make that effort to go in there. And I think, usually one person is sort of more motivated for sex than the other. That's also a very common thing. There can be very much mismatched desires. But there also can be different levels of sort of receptivity versus aggressiveness. And if one person is more motivated, that more motivated person should meet the other one where they are.
That's crazy. You
don't have to deal with that?
No.
Yeah. Because you're dealing with men.
Right.
Men
dogs.
They're sort of ready to go.
That's true.
Women have a little more of a diurnal cycle.
Yeah, that makes sense. I couldn't imagine. I mean, but afternoon sex?
See, that's less likely to be men. Right?
Less likely to be men?
Yeah.
Women like afternoon sex?
Women can have an afternoon sex.
So
yeah.
I think a good meeting place for the two of them would probably
Right in between?
go to brunch.
You could go right in between.
Yeah.
That's another way to do it. But then neither sort of
Have some poached eggs and then go spray hollandaise sauce all over yourself. I don't know.
This show has had a theme, my friend. Let's get our next voice message in here.
Hey, Dr. Drew, this is Mike, big fan of yours. I've been listening to you since your Loveline days. I'm 33 years old, relatively healthy, a couple extra pounds, nothing crazy. And I have a crazy hypochondriac fear.
Ooh.
I constantly find something that's wrong with me, and I end up going on the internet to research it because I don't want to bother my doctor. Is there anything I can do to convince myself without Googling things that I'm going to be fine? Thanks.
Aww.
Yes, sir. Do not Google these things.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Do
Don't-
not go on the internet because it is not going to help. It usually makes things worse.
And what is that, like WebMD?
All that stuff.
All that stuff?
I serve that function for some people. I just go, look, if you're worried, call me or send me an email and I'll reassure you about it. Because you're not in a position to make a judgment about it even.
Yeah.
This is a great example of the difference between, knowledge and wisdom and facts. Facts are very different. They can all sound the same. It's why, if you look at the DSM-5, the Diagnostic Psychiatric Manual, everything you'll read, you go, I have that. Everything you read, you will have it.
Well, I've got that, man.
But
That's
you have to
happening.
be able to see it clinically, repeatedly, and understand what it really looks and feels like when it's manifesting.
But when are you supposed to go in for like a checkup with a doctor? Every 6 months?
Depends on your age and if you
Yeah.
have any medical problems.
Yeah.
If you're under 40, even every year is maybe an overkill. After 50, every year,
Yeah.
for sure. And after 50 is all kinds of cancer screening stuff you got to get into.
I have a hot doctor.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for
I
you.
do. He DMs me sometimes. It's fun.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's weird also because I'm like,
That is a little weird. If he's my age, he would not
Oh,
understand.
no, not.
He's your
no.
age?
No. 29.
29-year-old physician?
Nurse-ish, yeah. Yeah.
Nurse-ish?
Well, like a up and coming doctor. Am I not going to a doctor
Like, what?
this whole time?
It's just, I would say for somebody my age, they would not understand the connotation
Yeah,
of
yeah,
slipping
yeah.
into your DM. That's all I'm saying. Here is Abe. I've been listening for a long time. My question is, I'm pretty sure I have pearly penile papules.
Excuse me?
Pearly penile papules. You've never seen those?
What is it?
Dov, help
sounds
out.
like a
Show
dinosaur.
Justin. Pearly penile papules. I noticed when she barely rubs the head of my penis, they would come off. Next couple of days, I would have almost constant slight itching. That makes sense. Is this something to be worried about? Yeah.
No.
Yes. There they are. They are essentially sebaceous glands that are just sort of filled up, and in his case, they kind of fall off. What's the matter, Justin? You all right?
It looks like a sea witch tentacle.
It does look a little bit like an octopus.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Wow.
When they're up close but see, look at the drawing over there on the right. Wait, no, stop. Go down a little bit. Oh, there, good. Okay, those were good. Yeah.
Oh, what is that from?
It's
How do you
just
get those?
Sebaceous glands. They're normal. They're completely normal. You okay?
It just look. It
Am I
looks
going to turn you straight again?
No,
What's that?
it just looks like you just dipped your dick in sugar. It's weird, like rock candy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Pearly penile papules.
Yes.
Sounds like a drag queen.
30-year-old.
Coming to the stage, pearly penile papules. It's red and mad. Yeah.
30-year-old man, I've experienced a weird issue when I work out for nearly a year now. During certain workouts, like tricep pull-downs, I deltoid raises, I'll exert myself. I get this straining feeling deep in my taint. If I continue to lift, I get a sensation that I could come in 4 strokes.
Wow, very precise.
Is this no? I'm worried. A couple things. You can get a pubococcygeus muscle spasm, which is the floor of the pelvis, and it's usually uncomfortable and feel. You ever had that where you feel this deep pelvic sort of spasm that feels a little bit like you got kicked in the nuts? A little bit?
Yeah.
That's sort of that same phenomena, but some men can actually have an orgasm or even push out semen just from constricting their lower abdominal musculature. Isn't that weird?
That is very strange.
Yeah.
Like they can just be in the
Women
car
can do it
and
too.
just be like,
women
"Ugh."
can do that much more easily.
Well, women, yeah, I feel like they could do that easily.
So are you going to show us any freak out videos, or is that just a fool's errand for us?
Nah, I don't have those on deck right now.
All right, do you have any more voice messages? Here it comes.
Hi, it's Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Dr. Drew, I had been on medicine for PV for about 2 months now, orally
PV?
and vaginally. and I was wondering, my gynecologist now wants me to try an over-the-counter boric acid tablet. Even the name sounds scary.
BV.
I was wondering,
BV.
what is your take on what this could potentially do to any of my organs?
Okay, stop. Go ahead and stop her. So BV, bacterial vaginosis, which in some women can really be hard to clear up.
What is it?
It's just a bacterial overgrowth, and it can be very unpleasant and uncomfortable. Maybe comes from what's colonized in the nearby region. But
what? Colonized?
Well, bacteria colonizing. And I would follow your doctor's directions for sure. It's not going to hurt anything. Just do that. One more voice message, and we'll wrap it up. Wow, I like the way
Hey, Dr. Drew, it's Bo from Kansas.
Hey, Bo.
When I was about to go balls deep in my girlfriend Megan's sweet sugar walls, I noticed that I had a small lump, like, inside my skin. It wasn't, like, protruding outside the skin or anything, but I could just feel a lump sitting in there on the shaft. If you could tell me if I'm going to die from dick cancer or something, or what's going on, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Drew. Love you, Daddy.
Love you, Daddy. All right.
Sweet. Glad I waited for that one.
Yeah.
Commonly, that can be a clotted vein or a calcium deposit. And it is something a doctor ought to look at, because if it's a diffusely clotted vein, sometimes they want to check your clotting system. And if it's a calcium deposit, it can occasionally be associated with other rheumatic conditions where calcinosis, you get soft tissue calcium deposits. So it's just something to get checked out. It's definitely not dick cancer. You don't need to worry about that.
I appreciate him letting us know that he was balls deep in his girlfriend.
What did he call them? Sugar lips or something?
Sugar walls.
Sugar walls.
Sugar wall. Where was it? Kansas?
Have we traumatized Justin?
No, not at all. Please. I've heard. I hang out with men comedians.
Fair enough.
And women comedians too. They're pretty gross.
So I was going to say it did, but the topic of dick cancer does give me a chance to bring up the idea of the HPV vaccine. Everybody get that damn vaccine if you're male or female. If you are sexually active.
I'm getting it now. Is that the one where you have to take it three?
Yes,
Yes,
three
that's
times.
what I'm doing. My last one's in October. I am HPV free.
It prevents head and neck cancer.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas talks about how he has HPV-related head and neck cancer, prevents anal cancer and dick cancer and cervical cancer. It's the only vaccine that prevents cancer.
Yeah.
And people not getting that vaccine is insane.
Well, that's crazy.
And sometimes,
I didn't know that.
And it's been FDA approved for essentially, I believe it's age 9 to like 28. They've expanded it out so you can get it up to an older age, because why not? And the only reason they sort of approved it for a certain age was how they did their research. If you are older than that window and you're sexually active, you're recently divorced or something, go get the vaccine. An enlightened physician would give it to you.
It's not bad. I mean, it's a real. I'll tell you, because it's three sessions.
Yes.
I know the first one I got, and then I had to go back like maybe a month or two later.
A month, yep.
And then the last one I get is in October.
6 months. Yes.
Yes.
1 month, 6 months.
One month. Yeah, and that's exactly it. And it's not. It doesn't hurt. It's a real fast needle prick, and it might be a little sore the next day, but it's not. You're not.
No,
it's
no
not.
effect.
Just do it. Just
it's
take care of yourself.
ridiculous. I want an apology from everybody who took me on when that vaccine first came out. I was like, please, everybody get this vaccine. It's going to cure cancer, prevent cancer. And people are like, oh my God, you're just making it easy for people to have sex, or or you're going to cause more, vaccine reactions. It's just people making money off kids. Like, oh my God.
What do you think? You're a doctor or something?
It's the craziest thing. But speaking of vaccines, if you were born before about 1982 or so, check your measles titers. You might want to get the measles vaccines. We're in the middle of a measles outbreak. I went ahead and got my tetanus, diphtheria, also at the same time, pertussis, DPT, because pertussis outbreaks in this part of the country are out. You might want to think about that, DPT. And measles.
DPT.
You're probably young enough that the measles were good. But those of us, I got my measles redone. It's just nothing to it. Just go.
What does measles do? I just feel like that's such a when 19th century disease.
As an adult, it can be quite serious. And if this thing starts get going, we will all be at risk for it. And it's what's called a morbilliform rash. You turn it into a spotty red rash, fever, sore throat, and you can get encephalitis. You can get really serious complications from it, and adults get very sick from it.
Is it airborne?
Yep. And by the way, somebody with measles who doesn't even know they have it yet, it's not even full blown, that if let's say they walk through this room
and coughed
for not even coughed, breathe, for 2 hours, this room will be potentially infectious.
Whoa.
2 hours.
Full on outbreak.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's terrifying.
Well, Justin, it's been fun. I laughed. I cried.
I'm going to go get vaccinated.
Right. I feel like I've enhanced your life. You've
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to check out Snap. I'm going to check out where can we find that again?
Oh, find it out on a Snapchat Discover page every Thursday.
Excellent.
And you can.
Where can we find you?
Follow me on Instagram at Justin Martindale and on Twitter at Just Martindale.
And you'll promote there where you're appearing and that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah. I always put them in my stories and stuff like that.
And for me, everybody, remind you that we've got other podcasts as well. I've got the Dr. Drew podcast. We have the Adam and Drew podcast every day. Also, the This Life #YouLive show, which is the Drew podcast is a little bit nerdier, and the This Life is a nice sort of interview. It's more of a potpourri.
Oh,
and some of it's addict stuff.
Just so many levels of you.
Yes, and then I do that 7:9 a.m. KBC show, which we also put up as a podcast, all at drdrew.com. I appreciate you checking that out, and it was really a pleasure spending time with you, man.
So fun. Yes,
fun. And we'll see you all next time.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.